papayagang magwakas, kaunlarang natatamasa. Yung sanang pakinggan, hinaing ng bayan, Inday Sara, ituloy mo ang laban.
Dapat pantay-pantay ang lahat. Walang kasarian, edad o relihiyon. Walang mahirap, walang mayaman. Ang kailangan ng bansa, pagkakaisa ng bayan, disiplinadong mamamayan, tuloy-tuloy na kaunlaran.
Tunay, love you! Huwag ka mag-alala, number one kita!
Siya'y isang simpleng tao, aking napatunayan. Mapagpakumbaba sa madla at maging sa kaibigan. Siya ay idolo ng marami, matanda at kabataan. Idolo ng inyong lingkod at tunay kong hinahangaan. At ngayong nakita ko na ang tunay na agila sa buong Pilipinas, siya'y aking ipapakilala. Eto na, Inday Sara, here she comes. Duterte! Eto na, Inday Sara, here she comes. Duterte! Di tayo pababayaan, bayan ay aalagaan. Eto na, Inday Sara, here she comes. Duterte! Eto na, Inday Sara, here she comes. Eto na, Inday Sara, here she comes. Duterte! Di tayo pababayaan, bayan ay aalagaan. Eto na, Inday Sara, here she comes. Duterte!
Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh, mga kapatid nating Muslim. Mayang buntag at magandang umaga po sa inyong lahat. Welcome dito sa SA4U. Live po tayo dito sa Davao City ngayong araw ng Martes. At Happy International Women's Day sa mga kababaihan sa buong mundo. At sa ngalan ni Mayor Sara Duterte, ako po ang inyong lingkod, Tek Ocampo. Matapos suyurin ang Metro Manila, nasa Bulacan naman ngayon ang unit team sa pangunguna ni Apo Bongbong Marcos at ni Mayor Sara Duterte. Naging matagumpay naman ang pagbisita ni Mayor Inday Sara at Apo Bongbong Marcos kasama ang unit team kay Bishop Ted Malangin ng Jesus Christ the Deliverer Church sa Giginto, Bulacan. Nagpapasalamat din ang BBM Sara Unit Team na binigyan sila ng pagkakataon na makapahayag ng kanilang plataforma at mensahe. Pinahayag ni Mayor Sara Duterte ang malaking bahagi ng kababaihan sa ating kalayaan.
Nakabuluhan po na nandito kami ngayong with International Women's Day sa Bulacan. Dahil po isa sa mga Pilipina na malaki ang contribution sa pakikipaglaban sa ating independence noon ay tiga Bulacan.
Pinakita naman ng mga taga-Giginto sa Bulacan ang kanilang mainit na pagtanggap kay Mayor Sara Duterte at Apo Bongbong Marcos at ng unit team. Di mapigilan ng ilang supporters ang kanilang tuwa at galak na makapiling si Mayor Sara Duterte at si Apo Bongbong Marcos. Isa sa mga sektor na na-meet and greet ni Mayor Sara Duterte ang mga volunteer firefighters ng Maynila na tinatawag na Ronda 117. Pero maliban pa rito, nakausap mismo ni Mayor Sara ang isa sa mga haligi at founder ng Ronda 117 at naipahayag ang dedikasyon ng mga volunteer firefighters upang makatulong sa pagresponde sa mga sunog sa Kalakhang, Maynila na hindi kailangan ng bayad o pasahod. Narito po ang panayam ni Mayor Sara Duterte kay Sir Ramon Morales, Fire Chief at founder ng Ronda 117.
Ako po yung fire chief ng Arangke Volunteer at ang founder ng Ronda 117. Tayo po nag-organisa ng volunteer at ang ating mga magulang ang kauna-unahang volunteer sa buong Pilipinas po.
Bakit po ninyo naisip na mag-volunteer po?
Nangyari po yan nung mga pagkatapos ng gera, nag-usap-usap po yung komunidad ng Filipino-Chinese community at nagtatagpo ng 1960s, nagtatagpo ng Volunteer Fire Brigade. At yun po yung Arangke Volunteer Fire Brigade. At ngayon naman po hanggang sa kumalat na, dumami yung mga nagvo-volunteer.
Sa ngayon po, ilan po ang bilang ng ating mga volunteers dito sa siyudad ng Maynila?
Marami na po, nasa 300 plus po ang mga bombero ng volunteer.
At paano po nakakatulong yung pagiging volunteer nila dito sa siyudad natin?
Unang-una po, yung immediate response po natin dahil po mismo doon sa yung paradahan nila, minsan nandun kaagad yung sunog, kaya immediate response po. At nakamonitor po sila, meron kaming communication na kung meron pong problema, agad na nakakaresponde yung mga katabing bumbero.
At paano po nakakatulong sa syudad natin at sa lokal na pamahalaan dito sa Maynila yung ating mga volunteers?
Malaking tulong po dahil sa kakulangan ng bumbero natin ng gobyerno, kailangan po nila ng backup, yun po yung mga volunteer. At yun po ng ating mga fire hydrant, medyo talagang sad to say, talagang mahina at malalayo. Kailangan natin yung mga tanker na sumusuporta sa mga bumbero.
Gaano po kayo kadalas natatawag para sa sunog? Araw-araw po ba? Kahapon may sunog?
Ngayon po, halos sunod ang sunog dahil umupo na po yung Fire Prevention Month. At ito na nga po, lahat po naka-red alert kami. At tuloy-tuloy po ang kampanya na umiwas para maiwasan ang sunog.
Gaano po yung, paano po kayo nagre-recruit ng mga tao na gusto mag-volunteer? Dahil wala po itong bayad, di po ba?
Opo, volunteer po ito. At sa katunayan nga po, yung brigada ko, namatayan na ako ng 5 tao. At hindi naman natin pinabayaan yan. Haba naman kakaganon, dumadami naman po rin yung mga sumasama pa rin. Kaya maingat po tayo sa pagpili at pagkuha ng mga miyembro nito. Dumadaan po sila sa masusin training. At ngayon po kino-ordinate natin sa BFP para po mabigyan ng tamang turo yung mga volunteer na bumapasok.
Opo. Yung pagiging volunteer po, wala pong bayad. Sa tingin niyo po ba ay kailangan siya hindi lang sa firefighting but para sa iba pang gawain natin dito sa Pilipinas?
Opo, talagang kailangan po natin ng volunteer dahil alam natin dumadami po ang populasyon, dumadami yung ating mga infrastruktura, pero konti po. Nakikita nyo naman puro high-rise na. Kulang po yung ating medical assistance dyan. Yung mga EMS natin, kailangan pa madagdagan at yung mga iba pang equipment. Kasi dumadami po ang tao, kailangan din po mag-adjust din dun sa mga gamit.
Opo. At masasabi po ba natin na as a volunteer, ito po ay contribution at pagmamahal natin sa bayan natin?
Tama po, tama po. At yan din po ang natutunan natin sa inyong ama at Presidente Duterte, talagang diretso sa tao ang serbisyo. Kaya po nandito kami, handang tumulong, pati buhay namin ay nakahanda rin namin ibuwis.
Siyempre po, mga volunteers po sila lahat.
Opo.
Wala pong bayad. So, ibig sabihin, meron po silang ibang trabaho.
Opo, opo. Meron yung iba nga po dyan, minsan yung iba, doktor pa naging doktor.
Opo.
At bago sila, dumaan sila sa volunteer.
Opo. As a volunteer po, paano po natin ma-share sa kanila, sa ating mga kababayan, kung paano mo balansihin? Pwede ka maging volunteer, pwede ka rin magtrabaho para sa sarili mo. Paano po balansihin yung oras?
Siyempre po, una ang pamilya. Pagtapos, pangalawa po, kailangan natin gumanap sa tungkulin natin sa bayan, sa ating Panginoon, para malagpasan natin ang mga problema. Kailangan din natin dumamay sa ibang kapwa na nangangailangan.
Masasabi niyo po ba na kung ang pagtatrabaho sa gobyerno ay pagtatrabaho sa bansa, ay yung pagiging volunteer, ganun din po ba yon?
Ay, opo, opo. Yun ang kailangan natin ngayon. Yung mga volunteer na manggagaling sa gobyerno, At kailangan din po natin i-train yung mga tao na kailangan talaga. Kita nyo nangyari doon sa Ukraine at saka sa Russia. Kawawa yung mga tao nila na walang alam. Ngayon po kailangan natin lalong paigtingin ang programa at lalo na po sa volunteerism.
Opo. Gusto niyo po ba hikayatin ang ating mga kababayan po para mag-volunteer po sila sa iba't ibang mga volunteer groups sa kanilang mga bayan at lungsod?
Opo, lahat po ay iniikayat natin, lalo na po ngayong pandemic, lahat po ng mga barangay na sana maturuan natin at may kalat natin itong kaalaman na ito dahil po kailangan po ng bawat lugar ang mga volunteer, lalong-lalo po sa panahon ngayon.
Nagpapasalamat po kami sa lahat po sa inyo na mga volunteers po sa tulong at suporta ninyo sa gobyerno at sa pagmamahal ninyo sa ating bayan. Maraming salamat po.
Maraming salamat po.
Maraming salamat po.
Okay po, my pleasure. Karangalan po namin na napapasita kayo.
Isa sa mga ipinagmamalaki ng Davao City ang epektibong pagpapatupad ng emergency response dahil sa inilunsad na sistema na talaga namang napaka-efficient at pang state-of-the-art ang mga kagamitan. Maliban sa Central 911, nasubukan din ang epektibong pagpapatupad ng seguridad sa lungsod sa pamamagitan ng Public Safety and Security Command Center. Lahat ng ito ay bunsod ng magandang liderato ng Davao City LGU na sinimulan ni dating Mayor at ngayoy Pangulo Rodrigo Roa Duterte. At syempre, sinundan naman ni Mayor Sara Duterte. Tunghayan po natin ang special feature na ito nang ituloy ang Pagbabago Movement o IPM.
Hindi na bago para sa isang lungsod na patuloy ang paglago ng ekonomiya gaya ng Davao City ang pag-unlad rin ng pamumuhay ng mga residente nito. Nararapat lang na naaayon rin ang mga serbisyong kanilang natatanggap mula sa gobyerno. Kilala ang Davao City bilang isa sa mga pinakaligtas at pinakadisiplinadong lungsod sa bansa at maging sa mundo. Isa sa mga nananatiling ipinagmamalaki nito ay ang Davao City Central Communications and Emergency Response Center o mas kilala bilang Central 911.
911 Notification of Emergency.
Kauna-unahan ito sa buong Asya at pumapangatlo naman sa buong mundo. Natatangi ang Central 911 ng Davao City dahil sa libre ang mga serbisyo nito. Nagsimula ito sa panahon ng nooy Davao City Mayor at ngayoy Presidente Rodrigo Roa Duterte. Mas pinalawak naman ito ni Mayor Inday Sara Duterte sa panahon ng kanyang panunungkulan.
Mayor Sara is very supportive with all our endeavors. So kaya we will not be in this position now, or we have kung hindi natin na elevate or upgrade our not only our skills but also the things that the tools and equipment that we need in order to make us as efficient as we are now.
Kahit sinong residente na nangangailangan ng tulong ay maaaring i-dial ang 911. Agad itong sasagutin ng mga call taker na siyang ibibigay naman ng impormasyon sa mga radio dispatcher upang agad na makapagpadala ng nararapat na emergency team. Anumang pangyayari, kayang respondihan ng Davao City Central 911. Mapaekipo man o tauhan, sinisigurong laging handa at bawal ang mabagal pagdating sa serbisyo. Binubuo ang Central 911 ng 4 na units. Una rito ay ang Emergency Medical Service Unit na kargado ng mga basic at advanced life support equipments. May mga nakaantabay na mga ambulansya at maging ambubus. Kayang-kaya rin ng unit ang magsagawa ng mga komplikadong medical procedures kung kinakailangan. Sunod naman ay ang Urban Search and Rescue Unit na siyang maaasahan sa mga water search and rescue, road accident extrication, retrieval and evacuation operations, maging animal control at iba pang komplikadong sitwasyon. Kompleto rin sila sa kagamitan at mga sasakyan. Nariyan naman ang dalawang grupo ng Central 911 Fire Auxiliary Services Unit na mayroong naglalakihang fire trucks. Sila ang kasangga sa mga tungkulin ng Bureau of Fire Protection. Ipinagmamalaki rin ng Central 911 ang kanilang sariling K9 unit na siyang napakalaking tulong lalong-lalo na kung may pagbabanta ng terorismo sa lungsod.
This is very vital because di lang kinahanglan na skills but also the right tools or equipment that goes with it. So hand in hand yan dalawa. So we are being provided, the city government provides this for us, for the people, to serve the people of Davao during emergencies.
Ngayong taon ay ipinagdiriwang ng Davao City Central 911 ang ika-2 dekada nito sa serbisyo. Sa tagal ng panahon, maayos nilang nagampanan ang kanilang tungkulin para sa mga Davaoenyo. Kaya't hindi na rin bago na marami ang bumibisita sa Davao City upang pag-aralan at gawing modelo ang Central 911. Nagbabaka sakali na magawa rin ang ganitong klase ng serbisyo sa kani-kanilang lugar.
There's several outside the Philippines, outside the country. There was yung Malaysia. There was a time, private sector group of Thailand. Yeah, that makes us proud.
Isa pa sa ipinagmamalaki ng Davao City kung disiplina ang pag-uusapan ay ang Public Safety and Security Command Center o PSSCC.
Ito yung nagiging command, control, and coordination office dito sa mga day-to-day risk assessments, and ito rin yung orchestrate ng mga coordination amongst the uniform units within Davao City.
Sinisiguro ng PSSCC na maayos na nailalatag ang kanilang mga plano para sa seguridad ng lungsod, lalong-lalo na tuwing may malalaking pagdiriwang at tuwing may mga national at international conferences kung saan nangangailangan ng karagdagang seguridad para sa mga importanteng bisita. Mayroong Intelligent Operations Center ang PSSCC na pinakauna sa buong mundo. Namomonitor nito sa pamamagitan ng nakakalat na CCTV cameras ang mga aktibidad sa Davao City.
Napakaganda ng takbo ng Davao City dahil unang-una ang security protocol natin naka-template na siya.
Nang magsimula ang pandemya noong 2020, naging kaakibat rin ang PSSCC ng Interagency Task Force for Management of Emerging Infectious Diseases o IATF sa pagpapatupad ng mga executive order at guidelines upang maiwasan ang pagkalat ng COVID-19.
So wala kaming masyadong nakita na problema dito, no? At ang kagandahan lang dito, educated na halos ang mga tao at ang ganda ng kanilang cooperation sa ating security sector.
Hindi matatawaran ang serbisyong ibinibigay ng PSSCC para sa seguridad ng Davao City. Nagagawa lamang raw nila ito dahil malaki ang suporta ng lokal na gobyerno.
Masyadong supportive ang city government, lalo na kay Mayor Inday Sara, dito sa PSSCC. Kaya wala kaming nakitang o na-encounter na problema. Dahil si ma'am naman, pagdating niya, talagang pagdating sa security, talagang naka-heads up sa palagi.
magandang liderato umano ni Mayor Inday Sara Duterte ang siyang naging inspirasyon ng mga bumubuo ng PSSCC at 911 para ipakita ang kanilang buong pusong pagseserbisyo sa mga Davaoenyo.
I hope that this incredible milestone may inspire you to be more resolute as you continue serving the people of Davao City with courage, compassion, and determination in the years to come. Ang turo ng aking mga magulang sa aking pagtatrabaho, dapat pantay-pantayan lahat. Walang kasarian, edad o relihiyon. Walang mahirap, walang mayaman. Ang kailangan natin, trabaho, edukasyon, mapayapang pamumuhay. Ang kailangan ng bansa, pagkakaisa ng bayan, disiplinadong mamamayan, tuloy-tuloy na kaunlaran. Ako si Inday Sara Duterte. Matibay ang puso na maglilingkod para sa mga Pilipino, para sa Pilipinas. Mahalin natin ang Pilipinas.
Ba't ka sumali dyan? Panlalaki yan. Yan talaga yung mga naririnig ko that time eh.
Ako po ay galing sa mahirap na pamilya. Tuloy pa rin ang buhay, lumalaban pa rin ako.
Kaya nga ang ginawa ko, talagang nagsumikap ako sa lahat ng paraan na pwedeng mabuhay kami.
Fulfilling. Kasi parang dugot pawis po yung pinagdaanan namin during training.
Lahat ng mga leader ng LGBT mag-meeting kasi mayroon daw ibigay na programa ang gobyerno tulad ng mga livelihood.
The world will be a better place if objective po yung kagandahan.
Ang kagandahan sa akin, it's for everybody.
Maganda ako dahil nakasurvive ako sa hirap ng buhay ko noon.
Ako si Inday AJ, sasagitin ka sa anumang panganib.
Ako si Inday Masoy, kakampi mo sa hamon ng buhay.
Ako po si Inday Darwin, hahasain ang inyong isip tungo sa magandang buhay. Inday will always love you.
Sa kanyang dala, sa kanyang mga pakpak, kasama tayo sa pag-ibig. Sa kanyang puso ay titibay tayo, tataas lilipan tayo. Inday Sara, sa'yo lang umaasa.
Isa sa mga grupong nagbigay ng suporta sa Mahalin Natin ang Pilipinas Ride ay ang mga content creators ng Davao City. At muli nating tunghayan ang naging karanasan ng isa sa mga sumama sa nasabing ride. Narito ang kwento ni Ruel Divina.
Hello Luzon, Visayas, and Mindanao! It's me, Ruel Divina, ang pambansang uga from Mindanao, a proud Davaoenyo. Why did I join the ride? Maybe because I want to be a part of this historical event. Oo, gusto kong maging parte bilang mahal ko si Sara at bilang susuportahan ko siya all the way talaga. Kaya feeling ko na kailangan ko maging parte ng ride niya. Kamusta naging experience ko sa ride? Iba na yung saya na dulot ng ride na nakikita mo yung kadami-daming taong sumusuporta, yung mga taong nagpapakita kung gaano nila kamahal si Sara bilang isang Davaoenyo at si Sara bilang isang Davaoenya. Naku po, kahit ako na hindi ako tumatakbo bilang Vice Presidente, kahit ako, nafe-feel ko yung proud ba, kumbaga. Hindi ko makakalimutan yung Sara na shirt ko na sabi nila, all size fits all. So parang hindi nila kinonsider yung katawan ko na hindi pwede, hindi applicable. So nangyari sa shirt is naging crop top siya. So ayun, hindi ko yun makakalimutan na mula sa Davao talaga. So from there, hanggang sa Bislig, suot-suot ko yon. So ganun kita kamahal, Mayor. yung kung gaano kamahal ng mga tao si Mayor, kung gaano nila kagusto ipakita yung suporta nila kay Mayor na kahit umulan, uminit, kahit gaano sila katagal magantay, as long as makita nila, kahit picture man lang, kahit masulyapan man lang si Mayor Inday, ayun, napakasayang feeling. Hi, hello! Alam ko kung gaano mo kamahal yung Davao City, alam ko kung gaano mo kamahal yung Davaoenyo. Napakasaya. Oo, Davao Live is here talaga kami dito sa Davao. Kung ganyan kami dito sa Davao, excited ako na mafilyan ng buong Pilipinas. Kaya malungkot man, ma'am, na soon iiwan mo kami dito sa Davao. Pero para sa kapakanan lang ng buong Pilipinas, ipapahiram ka po namin.
Ang turo ng aking mga magulang sa aking pagtatrabaho, dapat pantay-pantay ang lahat. Walang kasarian, edad o relihiyon. Walang mahirap, walang mayaman. Ang kailangan natin, trabaho, edukasyon, mapayapang pamumuhay. Ang kailangan ng bansa, pagkakaisa ng bayan, disiplinadong mamamayan, tuloy-tuloy na kaunlaran. Ako si Inday Sara Duterte. Matibay ang puso na maglilingkod para sa mga Pilipino, para sa Pilipinas. Mahalin natin ang Pilipinas.
Andyan sa puso natin, yung hindi humuhusga sa ibang tao.
Yun pong tao na handang tumulong, yung mga instrumentong ginagamit ni Lord, yun pong ililift up ako, yung magbigay ng encouragement.
Marunong makisama kasi yung tao naman na nakakaharap mo araw-araw, kung maganda yung pakikitungo mo, babalik din sa'yo lahat ng kagandahan na ginawa mo para sa kanila.
Ako si Inday Nila, person with disability. Aalagaan ka.
Ako si Inday Lai, sasamahan kita.
Ako po si Inday Jane, handang maglingkod, isang Inday. Inday will always love you.
At bago po tayo magbasa ng mga messages mula sa ating viewers, shoutout muna sa mga grupong sumusuporta kay Mayor Sara Duterte, kay Apo Bongbong Marcos at sa Uniteam. Let's go, Uniteam Coalition! Kislap! Kay Inday Sara, lilipad ang Pilipinas. Isi Pilipinas o Inday Sara, ikalawang Pangulo ng Pilipinas. Isda o Inday Sara Duterte ako. At Sara tayo. At happy first anniversary sa Davao Mount Apo Sandawa Eagles Club. Gardo sa Nara Park, si Jim Magbanwa at si Ninette Caro sa Fisher Folks Association at happy birthday kay Ronil Ang of Eden Nature Park and Resort. Mensahe mula kay Belinda Sedenio, watching from Barangay Baluan, Jensen City. Good morning po, Mayor Inday Sara Duterte. Maraming salamat po, Ma'am Belinda, sa iyong suporta sa ating Mayor Inday Sara Duterte. Al Labrador, my President Sara 2028. Ligon nga leader, isog, maligdong, dili kawatan, makatao, dili makadato. Maraming salamat, Al, sa inyong suporta kay Mayor Sara Duterte, future Vice President ng ating bansa. Mula naman kay Zenaida Chico. Yan ang Vice President ko, Inday Sara Duterte. Inday cares, proud of you. Shout out naman po, Sir Tek Ocampo. Maraming salamat, Zenaida, sa inyong patuloy na pagsuporta kay Mayor Sara Duterte, kay Apo Bongbong Marcos at sa buong Unity. Wala naman kay Agustina Pellegrino Felizalda Bagarinao, watching from Dipolog City National High School. Bara, may bagong silang, may bago ng buhay, bagong bansa, bagong galaw sa bagong lipunan Nagbabago ang lahat tungo sa pag-unlad. Ating itanghal, BBM for President, for Vice President Inday Sara Duterte Carpio. God bless you all, and ang UNI team hoping for an honest, clean, and peaceful May 9, 2022 election. God bless the Philippines. Maraming salamat po, Ma'am Agustina, sa inyong suporta sa BBM Sara Unity. Mula naman kay Jacob Gadon Tibio, the best mayor, Inday Sara. Now lang na-publish. Thank for weekly live stream. Maraming salamat po sa inyong suporta kay Mayor Sara Duterte. Mula naman kay Lorelei Lim, proudly Sara all the way. Yes, marami na tayo dyan, Lorelei, sa Sara all the way. Salamat sa inyong suporta sa ating future Vice President, Mayor Sara Duterte. Mula naman kay Al Labrador, Mayang Buntag, Halandong Mayora, Uga Konsehal Tech, volunteer, giving everything, not asking anything in return. God bless. Maraming salamat po, Al, sa inyong suporta. Mula naman kay Carmela Galyawan Basitas, Sara all for you. Number 38 o hashtag 88. Good morning po, watching from Panacan, Davao City. Maraming salamat sa inyong panonood at suporta kay Mayor Sara Duterte.
Inday Sara, ikaw ang agila.
Patuloy pa rin ang pagbibigay ng suporta ng mga artist sa bansa sa kandidatura ni Mayor Sara Duterte. At isa na rito ang tinaguriang isa sa mga icon ng Philippine music na si Robert Senya. Alamin natin kung bakit niya sinusuportahan ng alkalde. Panoorin po natin ito.
Unang-una, sige, nakilala ko si Mayor Inday na bilang isang matapang na babae. Yung babae pero macho. Yung pagka-urduha ba, yun ang gusto ko sa kanya. Kita mo naman yung asawa ko, pareho lang, di ba? Ganun ang mga nagustuhan ko sa kanya. Yung mga traits. To be a good leader, kailangan meron kang political will. Yun ang nakikita ko sa kanya. Hindi alam ng marami, marunong ako tumingin sa mata ng tao pag nagsasabi ng totoo. Yun ang nakita ko sa kanya. Meron truth, merong empathy sa tao. That's very important for me sa isang kandidato. Mayor Sara, kayo po ay aking sinusuportahan, hindi po dahil na anak po kayo na aking sinuportahan din na Pangulo na si Pangulong Rodrigo Duterte, kundi dahil po sa inyo, Sara Duterte, na handang tumulong sa mamamayan at nagmamahal sa bawat Pilipino. Mabuhay po kayo!
Ako po si Direk Niel de Mesa ng Artists for Sara. Kung ikaw ay isang Pilipino na tunay na sumusuporta kay Mayor Inday Sara Duterte at sa tambalang BBM Sara, hinahayag mo ito sa iyong social media accounts o nagsishare ng mga posts tungkol sa Unity. At syempre, ikaw ay isang malikhaing alagad ng sining. Maaring ikaw ay isang musiko, aktor, mga awit, kompositor, taga-teatro, mananayaw, designer, graphic artist, live performer, filmmaker, manunulat, DJ, o di kaya ay nasa larangan ng multimedia at creative arts. Maaari mo nang sabihin ikaw ay isang artist for Sara. Isa sa adhikain ni Mayor Inday Sara ang pagkakapantay-pantay ng lahat ng mga Pilipino. Walang mayaman, walang mahirap, walang kasarian, walang relihiyon. Sa makatuwid, walang sikat at hindi sikat. Ang boses mo at ang iyong suporta ay mahalaga, lalo na sa larangan ng sining. Isang larangan na nais pag-ibayuhin ni Mayor Inday Sara Duterte at suportahan sa paparating niyang termino. Kung nais mong makibahagi sa mga activities o events para sa tambalang BBM Sara, mag-email lang ng inyong contact details sa artistsforsara@gmail.com. Daghang salamat at mahalin natin ang Pilipinas. Syukran.
Assalamualaikum, madayaw ug maayong adlaw kaninyong tanan. Maraming salamat sa mga kasapi ng Artists for Sara para sa inyong suporta sa aking mithiin na maging pangalawang pangulo ng ating bansa. Nakakataba ito ng puso at dagdag inspirasyon at lakas ng loob para sa akin. Sama-sama po tayong isulong ang isang mapayapa at maunlad na pamumuhay para sa bawat Pilipino. Mahalin natin ang Pilipinas. Syukran.
Bago po tayo magpaalam, shoutout muna sa mga grupong patuloy ang suporta kay Mayor Sara Duterte at kay Apo Bongbong Marcos at sa buong Unity. Super Inday, Sara All, Masada o Marcos Sara Duterte Alliance, Inday Cares, Let's Go Uniteam Coalition at iba't ibang BBM Sara Uniteam chapters sa buong mundo. At dyan po nagtatapos ang Sara All for You ngayong araw ng Martes. Marami pong salamat sa inyong patuloy na pagsubaybay sa ating programa. Patuloy po tayong mag-ingat laban sa COVID-19. Hindi lang para sa atin, kundi para rin sa ating mga mahal sa buhay. Kaya always wear your face mask, observe social distancing at magpabakuna o booster shot po tayong lahat. At sa ngalan ni Mayor Sara Duterte, ako po inyong lingkod, puso at serbisyo, Teco Campo. At ito po ang Sara All for You.
Sara Zimmerman Duterte is a Filipino politician and lawyer. She is popularly known in the Philippines as Inday Sara. The nickname Inday means beloved in the Visayan language. In her baptism records, her name is Sara Vicenta, in honor of her grandfather, Vicente. She is the second child of Rodrigo Roa Duterte, the 16th President of the Republic of the Philippines, and Elizabeth Zimmerman Duterte, a former flight attendant and teacher. Sara is the first ever elected woman and the youngest vice mayor and mayor of Davao City. Her life is profoundly backdropped by her family's long history in politics and public service. Her socio-political acumen and leadership skills have been sharpened by the Duterte family's tradition of working in the government and serving the people. Sara's grandfather, lawyer Vicente Tete Gonzales Duterte, was governor of the then undivided Davao province from 1959 to 1965. For 3 years, starting 1965, he served as the Secretary of General Services of former President Ferdinand Marcos. Before this, he served as acting mayor of Cebu's municipality of Danao from 1946 to 1948. Sara's Lolo Tete was a man remembered by many for his humility and magnanimity. Her grandmother, Soledad Gonzales Roa, was an educator who established a foundation in Davao City that served indigenous people's children needing education. On the other hand, Sara's maternal ancestry provided her with an acute understanding of the heart of the working class. Her maternal grandfather, Godofredo Baldazo Zimmerman, was the son of George John Zimmerman, a German-American missionary, and Cristita Baldazo, who hailed from Hilongos, Leyte. Her Lolo Godo worked his way up from crew to ship captain. Sara's grandmother, Purissima Puring Fortunado Abellana, was an exuberant popular vendor in Davao City's Bangkerohan and Manila's Baclaran markets. Puring's roots are traced back to Tuburan, Cebu, and is said to be a putative descendant of Hari Tupas, the son-in-law of Hari Humabon. Before politics, Sara had a brief stint as a court attorney in the Supreme Court of the Philippines in 2006. She then served as vice mayor from 2007 to 2010 and was elected mayor in 2010 in what is now known as the biggest landslide election victory in the history of Davao. Although a newcomer in 2007, Sara demonstrated transformational leadership skills among the members of the City Council. Her colleague, the veteran legislator Pilar Braga, described her as a firm, principled, tactful negotiator, pacifier, and fearless administrator. One of the landmark legislation passed when she was vice mayor was the Watershed Code of Davao. It aims to protect, conserve, and manage the watershed areas of the city. Her landmark project while serving vice mayor was Inday para sa Barangay, a whole-of-government approach to service every year in each of the 182 barangays of the city. It is now called the Caravan of Government Services when she moved to the city mayor's office. During her term as mayor, the timeless Davao Life is Here brand was created. It propelled Davao City's image as a desired market and destination for investment and tourism events, including the meetings, incentives, conference, exhibitions market. As a neophyte mayor in 2010, she easily gained the trust of Region 11 economic pillars. Then President Benigno Simeon Aquino Jr. appointed her as chairperson of the Regional Development Council. The RDC under her leadership made notable accomplishments that propelled the region. She was also selected as a NEDA Board Regional Development Committee Mindanao Area Committee chairperson. During her first full year as RDC chairperson, Davao Region's gross-regional domestic product expanded from 3.9% in 2011 to 7.1% in 2012. Because of this notable accomplishment, Sara was lauded by Joey Salceda, a prominent economist and well-respected member of the House of Representatives, as someone with an enlightened leadership style and sophisticated economic thinking. Under Sara's leadership, Davao City soared to greater heights and emerged as a premier city in Mindanao. For the short period of 2011 to 2013, Davao City received 36 awards, citations, and recognitions for good governance, business, tourism, health, environment, fiscal management, transparency, among others. Sara served as a regional officer of the National Movement of Young Legislators in 2007 to 2010 and served as officer in the National Executive Board of the League of Cities Philippines in 2010 to 2013. At this point, she already figured in the early surveys for senators in the 2013 elections, even if she was underage. In 2013, Sara took a respite from politics, devoting her time as one of the partner lawyers of Carpio and Duterte lawyers. She passed the pre-judicature program of the Philippine Judicial Academy in preparation for her plans to join the judiciary. Her desire to continue serving the public led her to be involved in a non-government organization, and in 2014, she was elected to the Board of Governors of the Philippine Red Cross. On the side, she worked on various product endorsements and as a segment host for a local morning news show on GMA Network. Her hosting job gave her the opportunity to volunteer, deliver relief, and report firsthand on the damage and the needs of the Boholanos during the 2013 earthquake. In 2016, Sara re-entered local politics and ran for mayor. She and her mother Elizabeth, who was in between cancer treatments, embarked on a national bus caravan called Biyaheng Duterte to help campaign for President Duterte. They were joined by some members of the family and Sara's friends and classmates from high school. Fresh from the success of the bus campaign, the centerpiece of her mayoral comeback was called Biyaheng Duterte, a political agenda guided by 30 projects for 10 priority sectors: education, health, poverty alleviation, infrastructure development, solid waste management and environment, agriculture, investment and tourism, traffic and transportation management, disaster risk reduction and management, and peace and order. As a believer of continuity, Sara's 2019 mayoral re-election bid was anchored on the 2016 platform, but this time called Biyaheng Duterte, the second trip. Sara relentlessly pursued peace and progress in her administration. As a result, she was able to lift Davao City to a stellar national status with 117 awards, citations, and recognitions from March 2017 to December 2021. Davao City is included on the 2021 Top 10 Richest Cities of the Philippines of the Commission on Audit. And in the same year, Davao City was ranked the 4th most competitive, highly urbanized city by the Department of Trade and Industry. At the end of calendar year 2022, Davao City is expected to be debt-free. At the start of 2016, when she returned as mayor, Davao City's loan balance was in the amount of 1.3 billion pesos out of all loans contracted by the city during the years 2000, between 2005 and 2010, and in 2015. Loan repayments have been consistently provided for in the budget. For the year 2022, the amount of 46.7 million pesos has been made available for the final repayment, making Davao City debt-free. During her terms as mayor between 2016 and 2022, she played supporting roles to the Regional Development Council and the Regional Peace and Order Council. Sara accepted the challenge of the appointment as chairperson of both the Metropolitan Davao Coordinating Committee under the RDC and the Task Force Tunghayan of the RPOC. Both committees are trailblazing peace and development initiatives in Region 11. The Metro Davao Committee lists as an accomplishment the House of Representatives and Senate approval of the creation of Metropolitan Davao Development Authority. Sara has been recognized both here and abroad for the work that she has done as local chief executive. In 2012, she was one of the 88 nominees to the prestigious World Mayor Awards and one of the only 2 Filipino mayor nominees. In 2021, she was selected as the Philippines' top-performing mayor with a rating of 93% by an independent and non-commissioned survey of the RP Mission and Development Foundation, Incorporated. It was a feat achieved in the time of the crushing COVID-19 pandemic. Foreign governments have also recognized Sara for her work, generously supporting and inviting her to learn from their countries. She was one of only 2 Philippine mayors invited in 2012 by the government of Israel to attend the 28th International Mayors Conference. In that same year, she also participated in the World Mayors Forum in Singapore. In 2018, Sara participated in an urban planning study tour in the cities of Tokyo and Kitakyushu with the Japan International Cooperation Agency. And in 2020, she attended the 88th Winter Meeting of the United States Conference of Mayors in Washington, D.C. Sara is an alumna of the International Visitors Leadership Program of the U.S. State Department. Her advocacies are reflected in the projects dearest to her, the Peace 911, Magnegosyo Taday, Pagbabago Campaign, and the Kian Gabriel Hotline. Peace 911 is a successful local peace initiative that practically brought stability to the once conflict area of Paquibato District in Davao City. The project contributed to the collapse of the New People's Army Guerrilla Front 55. Magnegosyo Taday is a livelihood support project that encourages entrepreneurship of women. The success of MTD spawned the Rainbow Magnegosyo Taday that intend to support entrepreneurship in the lesbian, gay, bisexual, and transsexual community. The Pagbabago campaign is a 2-pronged approach to solving interlocking problems related to poverty, children's education, and responsible parenthood. Through the Pagbabago campaign, children and parents in the communities are given bags branded as Pagbabago that contain reading materials on the importance of education and responsible parenting. Sara personally delivers these bags to children and parents. She uses her voice and influence to steer families into the right path out of poverty. The Kian Gabriel Hotline was created to allow anonymous reporting of child neglect and abuse that paved the way to rescue children in distress. The hotline was created in memory of 2 children in Davao City who died because of abuse. Since its operationalization in October 2016 and as of January 2022, no child has died at the hands of abusers in the city. In 2018, Sara led the creation of Hugpong ng Pagbabago, a region-wide political party aimed at creating a strong, peaceful, and developed region that can become a symbol of hope for our country's progress. Just like in 2016, she also went around the country in 2019, but this time on her favorite big bike, a 900cc Yamaha XSR, she fondly named Ella to help campaign for senator candidates. In November 2021, Sara took her oath as a member of the Lakas Christian Muslim Democrats National Party. Sara is currently the chairperson of both the HNP and Lakas CMD. Sara is an adopted member of the Philippine Military Academy Maharlika Class of 1984 and the Philippine National Police Academy Tagapagkalinga Class of 1991. She is a member of the Philippine Coast Guard Auxiliary and the Armed Forces of the Philippines Army Reserve Command. She holds the rank of Colonel and is currently the Assistant Brigade Commander of the 2202nd Ready Reserve Combined Arms Brigade, Philippine Army. She has received several medals, ribbons, badges, and citations for her work in Davao in support of the Armed Forces of the Philippines. She also received a presidential award from former President Benigno Simeon Aquino Jr. and the Philippine Commission for the Urban Poor in December 2011. And in August 2021, Sara was celebrated by Asia Pacific Luminaire Awards as someone who has contributed to the creation of a brighter future. Sara is a Bachelor of Science in Respiratory Therapy graduate from the San Pedro College in Davao City. She received her Juris Doctor degree from the San Sebastian College Recoletos in the city of Manila. She was presented as one of the 30 most outstanding St. Augustine awardees of San Sebastian in January 2014 and was granted by the San Sebastian College of Law the Distinguished Alumna Award for Public Service in February 2020. She also received the Distinguished Woman of Service Award from the San Beda College Alumni Association in February 2011. Sara spent 4 years of law school at the San Beda and her final year in San Sebastian. Sara is a graduate in 2011 of the twin program of the Armed Forces of the Philippines Command and General Staff College, General Staff Course, and the Development Academy of the Philippines, Master of Public Management. Sara is blessed as an adopted member of the Ate tribe of Davao City in 2013. She was given the name Bio Simulun. She is also an adopted daughter of the province of Camarines Sur and the city of Tangub, and in 2019, she was blessed as an adopted daughter of the province of Abras Tunghayan tribe. Given the name Dulimaman, which was inspired from the courageous heroine in the tribe's epic Wadagan Ken Dulimaman. Sara was once involved in an infamous punching incident of a court sheriff in 2011. She has twice publicly apologized for what happened and was suspended by the Department of the Interior and Local Government and reprimanded through an administrative case. Looking back, she describes the sad incident as a turning point in her life as a politician, a constant reminder not to embarrass the mandate given to me by the people. She now considers herself the best person to talk about peace because she was once a national face of rage. Meanwhile, Sara has a collection of photos of herself with facades and altars of numerous Catholic churches taken during her travels all around the country. She is keenly interested in the architecture and history of Catholic churches, believing that each reflect the faith of the people and the uniqueness of the towns where these churches are built. She is married to fellow lawyer Manassas Reyes Carpio, and they have 3 children named Shark, Stingray, and Stonefish. Inday Sara is undoubtedly no magician, but the strength of her heart to lift everyone and soar high, fight, and win makes her second to none.